Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the sold-out Replica Wunderwaffe and Golden Lightning Camo that retailed for $350 plus shipping in the Call of Duty shop and determining whether or not it was worth the purchase. Alright guys, we're going to be unboxing the Wunderwaffe. It just came in. We're going to do a quick unboxing, then I'll show it off for you guys, and then we'll go into game and look at the camo that apparently is very underwhelming, but we'll take a peek. We're not here for the camo, we're really here for the Wunderwaffe, and that's the most important thing. Again, I apologize for the setup here. I don't really have a good unboxing setup at all. I'm not an unboxing YouTuber. So I'm just gonna prop the phone up and start cutting into the box here. Right off the rip, I don't know if you guys can see in there, hopefully, maybe. We got a standard regular box, and then, ooh boy, actually this is where it gets juicy right here, guys. I'm gonna stand up because it's a little hard to kneel down. But after, pull it out, just pull it out by the bag. You guys can see after the main box it comes in an actual mystery box. Okay, this is actually getting pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. So here you can see we pull it out, take it out of the bag, and it's actually it's so cool. It's actually literally the mystery box from in-game. That is so nice. The box itself is a little bit it's a little bit fragile for my liking, honestly. And then I'll do a better job of showing this off in a little bit when I just take the camera and like show things off. But yeah, it's not the highest quality box. Obviously, you're not here for the mystery box, but I feel like it could have been done a slight bit better for the price point of a nice $400 fucking dollars for this thing. The box is a little bit flimsy. Plus, there's this like very odd, they put tape on the side of the box. I don't like that either. Somebody that's a collector and will like display the box with the Wunderwaffe, I don't like that they decided to just put tape on there, because now it's going to be impossible to peel off, and if you do peel it off, I feel like it's going to be really tough to not tear it up. Alright, so we're going to actually just, I think, leave the tape on for now. There we go. Be really careful here. Alright, one side down. The other side, we're going to try and peel this off all in one go. Perfect. Didn't tear, actually. Not too bad. But again, the box is a little bit flimsy here. It's literally just cardboard. You go ahead and you open the latch like this. And then you lift up here. Maybe. There we go. Alright. So you lift up the box, open it up. On the inside, alright, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. So this is what it looks like right when you pull it out here. You can see here we got the code for the actual skin itself. You guys aren't getting that one. We'll take a look at that in game in just a second. We have a small display plaque here. It's the actual schematics for the Wunderwaffe from Vanguard, I believe, and that's actually pretty dope. I was not expecting to get something like this with it, but this will definitely be nice framed, go next to the Wunderwaffe, make it look nice and detailed. And then in here you can see it's inside of this like massive plastic. I don't want to bend this box too much because, like I said, it is the mystery box. Looks like it's taped on either side, so we're going to, I believe, just pull up here, maybe. Pull it out of the box here. Set the mystery box down into the side. Yeah, okay, here we go. So either of the sides lift up. Oh, nice. Okay, I see what's going on here. So when it folds down like this, you guys can see here, here is the waff. That is actually pretty cool, guys. I don't think this one turns on like the ray gun, like the switch here. Dude, it already, I'm not even exaggerating, it already broke. Dude, okay, that's horrible. You guys can see there, I literally barely put pressure down on the switch and it just fucking flipped off, dude. I didn't know it wasn't supposed to do that. I've seen people messing around with this. Okay, so it's extremely fucking flimsy, dude. You guys can see right there, that's where the switch was. Dude, honestly, horrible quality. I can't even lie, I can't defend it. I'll defend them in game sometimes. Sometimes I'll show a little bit. This is not one of them. Absolutely dick tier quality plastic they just gave you there. Horrible. Again, look at this. There's the switch on the side. We'll have to get some super glue here and glue it back on. Hopefully it won't be too big of a problem. I do have some super glue handy. But wow, dude, yeah, I mean, for the price point right there, it's very small and very flimsy. It's definitely a nice display piece. It's pretty cool, but again, if you were looking for almost, this doesn't really even feel like a half-size Wunderwaffe. It feels like more of like a third or a fourth of the size, but yeah, we're gonna super glue that back on and try and fix that up. But that's, yeah, horrible, honestly, for a $350 display piece, for it to chip off like that, especially with the fact that Right here you can see, this looks like it almost should make the sounds of the Wunderwaffe. I know the ray gun I think has that ability too, whereas it's literally just plastic. It's super, super flimsy. Super flimsy. The initial unboxing with the mystery box was cool. Getting it out of this is a little bit of a problem, if I'm being honest. I want to keep that nice in case I have to repackage it at any point. And then this is obviously the display plaque here. This display piece is literally just a piece of sanded down wood that they've cut holes into where you can prop the Wunderwaffe up. So I guess you just put these in their stand like this. Hopefully this isn't blocking the view up here either. Again, very cheap plastic for what you're paying for. It almost should have, some of those parts should have been metal, not plastic in my opinion. And then you get these set up like this, and then I believe this is for the back here, and then this goes in the front like this. Okay, so once it's displayed, you can't even be really messing around with this if I'm being honest. Like, you really have to be careful here because, like, literally even just the littlest bit of pressure to probably this right here, very flimsy. The light bulbs are very flimsy. None of it turns on. It is, again, like I said, very nice display piece here. I really like the way that this looks, but again, for $400, there should have been some metal to this. Like, the whole thing is flimsy plastic. Like, even if you guys look right here, like, even the front of it is like, you know, whatever. And again, it's not a kid's toy, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna shoot things with it, or, you know, take it around the yard if you're a kid or anything like that. This is a collector's display piece, and I totally understand that. But again, for the price point that you're paying for this, there's no way in hell that literally just the slightest bit of pressure should have chipped off the switch on the side. So yeah, I mean, but with the, I'm sure with this right here, with the little photo of it, and of course the code, but with the photo and like a nice little frame next to it, I'm sure it'll look beautiful. I'm sure it'll look really nice on display. I'm gonna go get some super glue. I'm gonna try and fix the piece that broke off, and then I'll get it like displayed nicely, and I'll get like more of a detailed shot with the camera up close to it. Okay, so here it is fully displayed, guys. This was the piece that chipped off right here. I'm gonna try and get a little higher quality there. You can see where the super glue is holding it. It's supposed to be sticking out to the side, and there was also this tiny little piece right here that's supposed to go underneath it. But the only way that was gonna super glue back on to look even like resembling close to what it looked like before is to just push it downwards, which I guess not the end of the world, honestly. I mean, you flip it down when you turn it on anyways. It just is really, really shitty that I barely put any pressure on that at all, and it completely snapped down, just off completely. So again, once you have it displayed, it actually is very nice looking. The parts, like I said, are very cheap. Everything here is like very, very cheap plastic. This is not a toy whatsoever. You cannot like buy this for a kid and be like, oh, like I'm gonna get him a little Wunderwaffe to go with his ray gun. Like, I'm sure the ray gun looked a lot more durable than this, but this is literally just a collector's piece, and that's all this is. There's no playability to this, which is fine. I mean, 95% of the people buying this, there's no way anyone's getting this as like a, oh, I'm gonna get this a toy for my kid and let him run around the yard with it. Overall, it does look a little bit better displayed than I thought it would, but it's still not like overwhelmingly like, oh man, that is such a good, you know, bang for your buck at $400, including the shipping. The mystery box is a nice touch. So is this Wunderwaffe schematic blueprint. Nice to have like an official, actual one of this. You guys can see here at the bottom it says the Vogel is the creator. So this is the dark ether version of the Wunderwaffe. So of course it doesn't say Richtofen created this. It says Vogel did. I'm sorry for the glare there. But this is a nice little piece to have right there. If you get that framed, it'll go nicely with the mystery box and the waff overall. But yeah, guys, like honestly, very underwhelming at the quality. It's a nice piece to look at. It's really nice to have on display if you're a Call of Duty Zombies fan. But I would not recommend picking this up just based on the quality of the Wunderwaffe itself. It's very, very flimsy. It's very fragile. You can't really do anything with it at all. There's no features at all. It's just meant to sit on display. It's totally fine for a display piece, but there's like literally nothing cool about this besides having it on yourself and saying I have it. So that's the Waff. That's what it looks like. I would give this like a 6 out of 10. The display is a very nice piece here, but again, just the lack of quality in the actual display itself really sucks ass. But we're gonna go take a look at the camo in game. All right, so the moment of truth is here. Does the Wunderwaffe camo actually look good? I've heard very negative things. I know it's not animated, but we're just gonna take a peek at it. Of course, here it is under the promotional tab. We have the gold lightning camo. This is it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. I am really hoping this gets updated and they kind of add something in here to make it more animated, because if you just look at it in the menu, like, it looks like the lightning should move. I don't know if it's unfinished. I don't know if they're like still working on it or what, but I mean, man, for the quality of the Wunderwaffe to be, in my opinion, like a 6 out of 10, like as you guys can see back there, it does look nice on display. It is a very cool display piece to have if you're a fan of Call of Duty Zombies and you're a hardcore collector like myself. I'll put it into full camera mode here so you guys can see what it looks like a little bit better there in the back. Like, if it does look good on display, especially with the mystery box. I feel like this was Treyarch's way and Call of Duty's way of kind of giving us like a special edition of the game. You know, last year we got the MWZ collector's box, or Modern Warfare 3 collector's box, which is behind there, but you can't really see it. In years past, we've had the Jug Fridge, we've had the old Chaos mystery box, and here we have, I guess, really what is the Wunderwaffe with the mystery box, and of course the schematics for it as well. But yeah, guys, like I said, for the price, I think it actually, it's growing on me a little bit as a display piece. I think I would have liked to see it. I mean, I don't know how much bigger you really could have made it, to be fair. But yeah, for the price, for the actual quality over here, I would have liked to see the camo be much, much better. And I know at the end of the day, like, you're not buying a $350 Wunderwaffe for an in-game camo. Like, this is just a bonus to go with the actual Wunderwaffe itself. But for as lackluster and underwhelming as the actual Wunderwaffe is itself, for that price tag on top of the game that you're buying, like, this camo definitely needs to be updated and animated. We're gonna take a look at it in game on both Liberty Falls and Terminus to give you a really good feel for how it actually looks in game. But man, this definitely looks like it should, and maybe hopefully will be updated at some point to make this moving, especially once, you know, some of the bigger YouTubers start getting their WAF and redeeming these camos and being like, man, what the hell? All right, so we are into Terminus, and we're gonna make our way outside of the building here so we can get it more in the light. I think this might be the best shot that we're gonna get of it on Terminus, and like, as you guys can see, it looks like, I like the yellow. It gives like the Wunderwaffe vibe, but the lightning 100% needs to be adjusted. Like, they need to make this camo moving. It needs to be animated for it to look good. Like, even, I mean, like, next to the Gobblegum machine here, like, is it cool? Is it worth it? I don't know. You know, if Call of Duty and Treyarch decides to actually update this and make it look a little bit better, you know, I don't want to, you know, completely judge it here on Terminus. I do want to take a look at it on Liberty Falls, because it's the much brighter map, and of course, even some of the camos in this map even look a little bit dull. So we're gonna go take a look at it on Terminus, or we're gonna go take a look at it on Liberty Falls before I make like one final judgment call on the camo itself. All right, so here we are on the much brighter map. I will be 100% honest with you. It does look a lot better on Liberty Falls than it did on Terminus. Terminus kind of has that like greenish, brownish hue over it, but again, still not where you want to see a bonus item in-game promotional piece be at for basically a $400 price point, probably more if you're outside of the US. Again, I do like the WAP as a display piece. I think it looks pretty solid back there. But for the quality of the plastic to be able to chip off like that, had I not gotten that chipped plastic right there, and I guess part of it could be my fault for, you know, trying to press on it a little bit, but again, I didn't put my full might into trying to flick the switch. Dude, I don't know. I think even without that happening, I still would have maybe at most put it at a 7. If I can look over the fact that it's got cheapy plastic and I didn't break off a little piece there, I probably would have put the WAF at like a 7 out of 10. And this camo doesn't really move me at all. It doesn't move this up to, you know, a 7.5 and 8 out of 10 for me. I think, all things considered, after kind of sitting on the WAF for a little bit, I know in the original unboxing when I was over there kind of pulling it out of the box, I said, all right, let's give it the old rating of like 6 out of 10. But the more it sits there on display, and I'm kind of looking at it as a display piece, I'm getting over the fact that a little piece chipped off and I had to super glue it. It really does honestly look cool, and I'm treating this like a special edition of this game. So, you know, if you were going to get the mystery box edition, so to speak, of Black Ops 6 Zombies or Black Ops 6 in general, this is what I would really say is the like big special edition of the game. Now, is it worth the $400 price tag? I don't think so. Unless you're a hardcore zombies fan like myself, or you're a YouTuber or content creator, this overall is just not worth the buy, in my opinion. I think I would rather spend the $600 for the ray gun. It looked much cooler. It looked much better on display, and it had actual functioning parts to it rather than the WAF just kind of being like plasticky plastic. But we'll go back over here to the full camera and I'll give you guys one more look at it. Again, like the more I sit here, the more it grows on me. It does look pretty nice on display. The mystery box is pretty cool back there too. Again, here's what it looks like from the front. I do really enjoy it. Like, it will look good on display, but again, for the price tag, for it to not really have any functioning features, you can't mess around with it at all. There's like no margin for error in terms of like playing around with it or carrying it around. Like, it has to sit on display for it to be safe and actually like look pretty decent, which of course that's what it is. It's a display piece. But yeah, again, no, I think that for the price tag, if you are buying this as just an everyday, like, oh, I want to get something cool for my kid for Christmas, I would honestly at that point just bump up the price tag to the $600 ray gun. If you are looking at like a Christmas gift for somebody, or like, you know, you're buying something that's, you know, a Call of Duty memorabilia piece. If the camo gets updated to like, you know, how I think it should be, where it's animated and it's moving pretty quickly, I would say that this score goes up to like a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. I don't think it's a good again. I don't think it's a must buy, even if the camo gets updated. You know, you're not buying this for the camo. You're buying this basically strictly for the display piece. I think honestly, aside from the, you know, the WAF being the main focus, I think the mystery box that it comes in and then this display plaque here of the schematics for the Wunderwaffe are two of the nicer details that I really appreciate about this. I think that if it didn't have this and it didn't come in the mystery box and it was just this Wunderwaffe, I'd probably have it like at a 5 out of 10. I think the mystery box and the actual schematics itself really ties it around. But yeah, overall, guys, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 score. If the camo gets updated, I think the highest I'll go is a 7.5 out of 10 overall. Again, probably wouldn't recommend purchasing this unless you're a hardcore collector and you want Call of Duty Zombies memorabilia. I know that this is a really good year for it. They're updating the COD shop with a lot of stuff. I would rather, if I were you and I was in somebody else's situation, probably say, you know, put the money towards the ray gun if you really want a nice Call of Duty Zombies collector's piece to display. I don't think that the WAF is necessarily worth the price tag. If this had come in at like maybe like $200 for it, you know, and maybe came with a copy of the game, like it was a special edition where you'd have to order it online, then I would say, okay, it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10, a 9 out of 10 must buy. But the fact that it's $350 without shipping for this, and then a honestly very lackluster camo, I don't think bodes for it very well. But yeah, guys, honestly, that's the review for the Wunderwaffe. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. Maybe someday we'll get the ray gun and we'll review it. I don't know. This definitely steers me away, but I do think the ray gun actually looks a lot cooler. I've seen some unboxings and some people that have it that it looks really nice with. So let me know in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are on the Wunderwaffe. Let me know if you guys think it would be something for you, or if it's definitely just a skip, or it was never in the plans for you. But overall, guys, let me know what you think about the experience of the Wunderwaffe and the camo. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Peace.